Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Those are absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
And they're good.
They're good. Or the cookies and cream freaking popcorn.
Ooh. Hey, less and tell me more.
And tell me more about Cheb's Challenge. Episode 12.
A transition.
Freaking transition boy.
On another Thursday for another hail, another day, another time with our fine folks here. Last time, of course, I remember what happened last time. I don't need any help remembering what happened last time. But for those of you that were not here, maybe you need a little recap from the gents who were. And I'll help fill in the gaps. Because, of course, I don't need any help remembering. I remember everything.
Of course. I remember us getting sloppy steaks at Trevani's.
Slander.
Remember us living for the New Year's Eve.
Well, that might be you.
Oh, sorry.
Record specifically. That's our off-screen campaign. You're remembering.
Yeah, sorry.
We larp that
Steaks.
one. And we just go to the nearest steakhouse and pour water all over like rare steaks.
Oh, slop them up.
Yeah.
I remember giving a young man a stern talking to, Kumbo getting the troops nice and ready. And a long voyage in the snow. And Robbie Childers making some nice snowshoes.
Yeah, that's true. You guys got equipped with some pristine snowshoes that are able to keep you feet warm for the winters.
It's the greatest feature.
You don't even need socks, silly.
We got attacked by the lake stalker.
Yes, lake stalkers, giant cats with their old weird pronged fucking mouths. They look like some sort of white six-legged saber-toothed tigers. And one of them severely injured one of your charges.
Yeah, we healed her up.
You did.
Patched her up. Now they know there's danger out there. You know, gotta stay on their toes.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Kumbo, do you remember anything else?
I think you got most of it. You got all of it. The snowshoes, the stern talking tos. We got to know our little charges a little better.
Well, what do you think you learned? What did you garner? Kumbo. What did Kumbo garner from his charges? That he has to, he basically has to take care of you.
Well, unfortunately, I spent most of the sleigh ride talking about me. But honestly, I think everything that he thought as like kind of been reaffirmed, especially with Albert. He still thinks there's something there. He's clearly skilled and has experience, but it's just he's got his eye on them. But the rest of them, they seem like they could be molded. They're not fully set in their adventuring ways or anything like that. But Albert, I don't know.
All right, so you got a thing against Kumbo's got a thing against Albert. Fair.
I think Wolf Boy showed great potential too. Oh.
Grimbold.
Yeah.
Very
Shot out some Eldritch Blast, put his body on the front line, put his body on the line, as they say.
As they say.
It's a good team player. And Ura with some flourish, destroyed that thing. Showing some real gravitas. That's loving it. Yeah.
And what did you guys have Robot doing?
Piloted the ship, of course. Found us a nice spot.
I believe there was some discourse at the beginning of the
What?
And about there's a lot of back and forth about this ship, guys. I want to know more about this. You guys have a thing with the ship.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh, well, he thought it was too much comfort for the troops. I said it was
Do you
all
take
right.
do you not take the ship? It's always like a discussion, which is very interesting.
You get your dirty DM paws away from the ship, okay?
What do you mean?
I like that wry smile.
I have no idea what.
I'm gonna take our fucking ship away.
No, he's going to do much worse.
Okay.
We're going to have to pay.
No, it's gonna be like
like
you call upon the ship and it explodes into 5,000 pieces. You must collect all 5,000 pieces in order to regain the ability to use the ship and then pay for it anyway.
That doesn't sound like
that's devilish.
that doesn't sound like me at all. But Brobot did take the ship
Mhm.
all the way to the meeting zone.
Wait, that's hilarious.
And basically went there and went to scout out what the rest of the party can expect arriving there. When you got there, you landed the ship on a bluff, like this kind of like sort of like snowy hill, overlooking basically this blizzard wall, and like that kind of rolls down into a small valley, like that touches this part of the blizzard wall. And this blizzard wall surrounds the entire area of New Roan and Pool, and it's generated, by the ice star in Pool. And it basically keeps people out and in. But clustered around this wall are these like small encampments, kind of like placed sparsely about. You think there's maybe roll me a perception as you're like overlooking the bluff.
And as that's happening, thank you for the 22 months, Shy.
Woo!
Good lord.
18.
You're not beautiful. Okay, you calculate, and you're like zooming in with your lens and focusing, and you can count that there are at least 80 humanoids kind of like walking around this place. There's a bunch of camps set out, and there's one larger tent like nearer to the blizzard wall. And with your extended vision, with your lenses, you're able to see. You're able to make out Vodos and Theo.
Sorry, can you Theo?
Theo is the member of the elite force, the linesman.
I
He gave
remember that name.
the mission to go into the mountains.
Who's he with?
He's a member of the elite.
Yeah, but there's two people?
Sorry?
There were two people you listed?
Yes, the other person is Vodos. She is your commanding officer, and she is Ura's older sister.
Oh. I'm in the ship.
You have landed the ship, and you can be inside the ship if you want, or you can just be just outside, kind of like overlooking this area.
I feel okay. We're
You're like-
doing like a faux scouting mission right now.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but like when you you weren't there.
I wasn't here last week, so
Yeah. So you didn't meet. Did you meet the new recruits?
I did meet the new recruits. They are Parolka, Grimble.
Perfect. Welly and Albert.
Yeah.
So, basically, you see other squads with their squad, like recruit squad, basically all clustered about. So if there's 80 people, then there's 10 people per this kind of like impromptu squad. There's about 8 squads out below you, and so you see like 8 clusters of tents. And then the 9th cluster is where Vodos and Theo are out there, and they seem to be talking. You remember that when you met these recruits, they came with like a little bit of instructions that said from Vodos specifically that said that you were to take care of the recruits, equip them, arm them, and prepare them as best you can for a future mission that will be competitive against other squads. And you were to meet here by the following evening. So that you're still the same day, technically, right?
Oh, okay.
So you still have like tonight, and then the mission is to start the next night. And there's 8 groups of people right here.
And robots first because everyone else was forced to walk such a terrible, terrible fate.
Yeah.
So
Don't say that again.
yeah, just trying to be resourceful is all. I think robot would. I don't know if robot could take photos or just try to get an idea of or bearing of what all the squads look like and their capabilities. Like our squad from first glance did not look encouraging. So I think he would, do his best to size up the opponents essentially because, I mean, we have to rescue not only their other companion, whoever that random unknown person is, but also Vishnu. So
right.
I think we would probably just take notes and maybe take photos. I don't know. Fish, something. I don't know. I forget the name currently.
Vishnu.
It starts with a V.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, Venu and the other.
Vishnu is a god, I think.
The other recruit
It is.
Starfall. And those are the healers.
I'm so sorry. Who was that? I just looked up Vishnu and I got really.
You don't know about Vishnu.
No, the healer that's with Venu is named Scarfold.
Oh, I do not have that in my notes.
Garfield?
Scarfold.
Scarfold. I actually did get that. Missing and probably dead. All right, good note. Next. Yeah, so I think Robot is just doing scouting and stuff.
Probably dead.
I don't think he would have the, even though there's a chance, a very small chance, I don't think Robot would have the audacity to go down there and try and like do anything nefarious and or like large, as much as he would just be like, okay, this is
well, I'll say from here, it's hard to pick out exactly who and like if you're not gonna go down and walk amongst the and like kind of like not necessarily mingle, but like kind of like just be amongst these encampments, you're gonna have a hard time specifically picking out like attributes of the groups. One thing I can say from on high, it seems to be pretty clear to you who the like mentors and the mentees are. The mentees tend to be like kind of like clustered together and seem to be attentive to these clearly like more well-equipped looking folks, kind of like people more like your squad, people with a little bit more experience. That being said, amongst the certain new recruits, there are people who look like they have more experience.
Okay. And I'm on a cliff right now?
You're not on a cliff. You're at the top of you landed on top of a little hill.
Oh.
So you're
over.
There's
no way. I can't just drop something off a cliff.
No, you can't just drop something. There's no cliffs where you are. It's kind of like flat bluffs and snowy hills. But there's no like cliffs here.
In that case, I would like Robot to be doing his surveillance via the top of the airship with his feet dangling.
Sure. Yeah, you're on top of the airship.
And demon cat, whose name is
Breaks up the Talia album.
looking at my
Seraphine.
notes. I actually don't
Seraphine.
have that name, Seraphine. I guess I don't. Is that not in my notes?
Deville.
What the fuck? Yeah, and we're playing with Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine's like kind of crawling all over you.
Hey, serious status. Is this not in my notes? Oh, I'm gonna search
On.
this. Yeah, that.
Sometimes she tries to like go off a little bit though. How far do you let Seraphine explore?
Not that far. I just gotta stay with. There she is.
Portal back. It gets too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what would happen. Is just like, oh, you got a little too far there. Come back.
That's amazing. Okay. So you're like an hour just like watching these people. You do see some like kind of like impressive displays. It seems to be that like the competition has already started in a way. Like the mentors are showing off for the mentees, but they're like training the mentees, but really they're just kind of like showing off for the other squads. So there's like flashes of magic being performed. You can see scuffles and like kind of like competitive stuff, like some of it friendly and some of it less friendly kind of happening down below. And eventually you do notice Vodos approaching, kind of like making her way through the camp. And then she seems to break out of the encampment and starts to walk towards you coming up the hill.
I mean, if she's coming very distinct to help get off the top of the airship, I guess greet her.
Okay, so you jump down, preparing to greet her. She comes up to you.
Air landing, of course.
Comes up to you. She puts her hand in front, giving the Roan. Wait, no. She goes like this, giving the Roan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we thumbs up here.
so, Private.
Turn the thumbs up salute. Commander, yes, hello.
Where
How are you on this fine evening?
Oh, I'm well. I'm watching how the new mentor squads deal with their. Very interesting to see what kind of fresh meat we have for the militia.
That is true. You know, there's people come in many shapes and sizes and various personalities, so it is quite interesting. I can only imagine what it's like down there.
Yes. It's not their shapes or sizes that bother me, but their will, their drive. True soldiers, true warriors are shaped through their experience. And all I see is that we're growing soft. Where's the rest of your group? Where's your captain and my brother?
Well, first and initially, I would like to point out that all people are soft in some way, but sometimes the soft things are good things. But anyway, they are taking the scenic route to get to better know the new recruits and understand their strengths and weaknesses so we can excel in the challenge that will be provided to us.
The scenic route?
Yes.
You mean they aren't... Understood.
On the airship? No. Would you like to... You're welcome to come and see.
Oh, no, that's...
I can fly this baby for miles.
No, thank you. That's not necessary, Private. No, just... We'll ensure that they're here on time.
I can do that.
Are they What means of transportation have they employed?
As I am not with them, I do not think that it's fair for me to assume. I can guess safely, but I cannot guarantee. What if they've changed what they decided to do on their way over? I've had the joy of watching over everybody from up here.
You actually would have contacted them one time, like telling them that there's a group of students are and that you saw Vodos, and that's all you would have said. It would have been, you just kind of like checked in on them. If I'm remembering correctly from last time, you did do that.
Okay, well then,
And as
I
far
know
as,
they're walking.
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say that they're walking, but I know they're walking.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
You want to try and you don't have to say it.
yeah, I want to circumvent telling her that they just chose to walk.
Okay. Well, if you can get in contact with them, be sure that they hurry. It wouldn't do for them to be late.
Hilsa, yes, Commander. I will ensure that they are here on time.
Very well. At ease, soldier. And then she's going to pet Seraphim gently and head on back down the hill.
When she is out of earshot, you know, sure as shit. How do I call them? How does this happen?
You
What do
can
I
call
do?
through your passport.
I'm dialing up Rexford immediately. Rexford! Get them here now!
I think
How are you? Where are you?
my passport rings. I think I just chuckled to myself loudly around everyone. I'm like, oh yes, yes. Oh, oh.
You don't
Oh,
hear the passport ringing because this is happening kind of like during the fight with the
Whoa,
the beast, the lake lurker or lake stalker.
Lake Stalker.
Yeah, either way.
So this would be like after if I check my passport.
Yeah, basically you would notice later on.
I'm
So-
getting the past voicemail.
Yeah.
You've
Oh my
reached the
God.
passport of Rexford Lipton, the lion with style and grace.
Rexford!
Who's that lion with style? Rexford! Over and over.
Robots, like, literally steaming from the inside. Rexford, answer the phone! Passport!
And as you're trying to contact him, there is no reply.
Okay.
Do we even have signal? Do we have signal?
Yeah, can I pull him up on my map?
Well, you have the ability to contact the people that you've connected your passports to. That's not reliant on the signal strength of the map. But the map itself is very fuzzy when you exit the kind of like outer area of New Rome. And the map, again, like I said last time, the map isn't fuzzy. The map is kind of like the map. What happens to it is it gets kind of discolored. It's usually like a vibrant blue and kind of like rolling, and it just kind of turns into like a solid gray. And your images that kind of like dictate your positioning become fuzzy and start to like move around and can't be placed. And this happens on whatever holographic image or kind of like screen that you have as your passport viewer.
Okay. So I can't just go pick them up. I would like to go pick them up. Oh no.
I'm gonna say as you're kind of like hanging out there and finding what to do, you chill out for a few more hours. We're going to say we're gonna go back to the other group. This is them coming out of their like after they have a little short rest after this fight. They're now on the other side of the lake, I don't know if you want to throw up the map at all, but at this point, Rexford, you'll notice the missed calls, multiple missed calls from Robot.
Okay, I'll be like, oh, yes, I feel somewhere Robot made a fantastic pun. Oh, yes. Oh, what? Yeah, I haven't heard from Robot in a while.
I don't know what he could be doing.
Hold on, let
in
me
his free
just...
time.
I should check my pager. There's nothing there. Oh, passport, yes. Hold on. Kumbo, supposed to be reliable.
You're the one who cannot find your own passport. You
Oh,
cannot
it's
use-
somewhere. The suit has so many damn pockets. Hold on. Yes. 15 missed calls. Ah, shit.
Is he okay?
I don't know. Could you call? Actually, no. I can do this. The call back.
I don't think you even get a full ring. Yeah, you don't even get a full ring, and Robot's like, Rexford, where have you been?
Yes. I'm sorry, Brobot. We've got caught up.
No
with,
apologies. Wait, we need to get you here now.
Why? Is something wrong with the ship?
Nothing's
Are
wrong with
you
the ship.
okay?
The commander wants you here now. And just to point out, am I on speaker?
Yes.
The commander's disappointed in us for not taking the airship.
Kumo?
That is not possible. You must have misunderstood her.
I never misunderstand things. I have an elite processing system in this.
It's true, Robot is quite literal most of the time. Oorah, does this sound like your sister?
She's always going on about how experience builds character. So this is experience building character and building teams.
But what about functionality?
Angry about. We have until tomorrow night to get there.
Every other squad is here already.
Every other squad.
We are not every other squad.
True. But how do they look, Robot? Tough?
Some look tough, some look less intimidating. I can say right now that there is a great variety of people in these squads. There are also friends as mentors that I think will be a challenge, at least. I personally just would like to portal them over there. And Robot will physically point somewhere, but obviously they can't see that, so, you know.
Are you pointing, Robot?
How dare!
Sorry, I just tried to paint the mental picture. As Laura said, we should be there in half a day?
Yeah, about.
Yeah. So tell the commander no need, we'll show up on time and...
If you are not on time, I'm going to get in trouble.
Put it on my tab.
No, this is what kind of tab is time?
The Angry at Rexford tab. I'm sure there's a bunch of those somewhere.
I was trying to load this file. It does not exist. What?
No, it's just too big of a file, that's all.
It's on the external Robot drive, yeah.
You keep that one at home.
No, the commander was very insistent that you do not show up late. So I am happy to come to wherever you are or assist in some way. You can continue to walk. I will portal you from a distance to more distances. It's okay. You can continue whatever it is you're doing down there and your escapade. Why did you not answer? I called 15 times. Do you understand how many times 15 times is? And I waited 3 rings for voicemail to come over.
How was the voicemail? Did you like the song? I've been working on it. I paid a hefty price for that song.
That's quite catchy, I admit that. But it does not matter because I was trying to get a hold of you.
Trying to get you zone.
we were, yeah, it was right in my Q zone. We were fighting on Lake Stalker. You know,
The mentee's alive? Are you injured?
one of us is. Slightly, we patched her up. We're building character. If the commander asks again. And even
Sounds like a
if
weakness,
we
but
do
okay.
show up late, we're twice as good as all those other teams. We needed the time.
No. We will not show up late.
Yes, Commander. You heard the captain? We won't show up late.
Robot, you're welcome to teleport back here if you wish to join us. We have no qualms using your teleportation to get us there faster. You are the one who wanted to leave us, but that is another thing.
Wait, real status? I don't. Was it me, Robot, or you, Robot, that decided? I don't remember.
I
Which
thought like it would be a good idea for you to get there in case they ever wanted to just teleport there, because you could just open up a green portal and they can come through.
Oh, we could walk through those?
It works both ways.
it works both ways.
I thought we
The door
could
goes
walk
both
through
ways.
those.
Wait, it goes both ways.
Goes both ways. You can open it up for him, but he can't open it up. But he
Oh!
I've never.
I was just here yesterday.
My
I didn't
notes.
see it.
The green portal goes both ways.
Yeah. What delectably queer news.
What?
Why have none of us thought of this before?
it does both.
I thought of it in the way of like maybe in a strenuous situation he'll let us use both ways, like if we pump magic into it or something.
No, it already
Just
does.
fucking works. Damn.
It already does both.
I'm like, Robot, how about you open up a portal for me so I can talk to the captain?
I genuinely, as a human being, am so astounded. Okay.
And we played so many sessions without that knowledge.
Wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait a minute, I can never sneak away again.
12,
13
13 sessions without understanding my own power.
You couldn't sneak away to begin with because Robot would just
I think
teleport.
episode 0.
True.
He can't, like, Robot also can't force you into the hole. Like, it just appears next to you.
I don't know about that. Robot's very forceful.
Enter the portal. Enter the portal.
Oh.
All right, and go back to that. Sorry.
Of course.
Yeah, but Captain, it's much easier for you guys. You've already had the experience. You need to rest. If you show up tomorrow injured, unrested, and battered, you're going to be at a disadvantage to all 9 other squads. I can at least have you all come hither.
Well,
On the airship, which is not only climate controlled, but has state-of-the-art everything that I put inside of it because I'm a robot.
this is news that I did not have before. You are already there. The commander wishes for our presence. We would not be using anything that is not available to our crew at all times.
True. I'm liking where this is going.
We have had team building. We have had an encounter. I say we go.
Lovely jubbly. Robots, do your thing.
The green portal comes up before he even finishes that sentence.
Yeah, my pager still goes off. God damn it, Jesus. God.
Okay, cadets.
So
Single file line, please.
Here is the rub, is that, Robot, you cannot enter this portal, but the portal is not visible until you enter it on that side. So you have to stick a hand through to basically pull people through.
That's amazing. I'm so happy that you said that.
So once your hand goes through, the portal appears next to Rexford. And then everybody has to... You all know this because in the history of knowing each other for 10 years, you would have done this before, as opposed to just the last, 4 days playing.
Well, Rexford's always scared of it after 10 years, so I feel like
You don't do...
it's not a stretch.
You don't do this.
Yeah.
Rexford doesn't like it.
I don't.
But you all have to clasp hands and kind of be pulled through together.
I hate the way it feels on my skin sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like good. My mane gets all slicked back every time I go through the damn green portal. I'm not that person anymore.
We know, Rexwood, you're changed.
Yes,
Even a baby could tell that you have changed.
I hope a baby can tell that I've changed.
That's the ultimate test. I don't know if you've made that.
Yes,
They always try.
They don't have object permanence, but they know that.
Maybe innately.
You are like a baby, Rexwood.
I'm smooth, yes, I know. Now listen, get in the portal, please. Stand there. I have to be the last one.
Camp
who
is
goes
whipping his arm around.
through.
Okay, Albert, go on. Welly,
Everyone grab hands.
Veronica.
Wait, is his name Albert or Albert?
I don't care.
Which one do you prefer?
Oh.
Sorry, so Albert, how do we say your name? Albert or Albert or
It's Alberto.
Alberto! Oh, I'm never going to say that.
my apologies.
Anyway,
Most people just call me Toe, actually.
I will not be doing that.
I
I'm not
still
writing
like
my
Albert.
notes. Actually, no, I will write that down. Albert.
/toe.
No, I just Albert requests to be called Toe.
As you say that out loud, he goes, I didn't request it.
Sounds like you did.
Remember, we are about to be in.
Oh.
We are about to be in the presence of others, so stand up straight, walk in a single file line, and
As
wait
you
for my further
the
instructions.
portal, you do notice that, like, Welly, Grimbold, and Poralka all throw.
Damn it!
That's quite common.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
You need tea, lads.
Right.
So you
Bit of transfer portal sickness.
was that James?
A little bit of portal transfer sickness. It's
Yeah.
common.
Is anyone around to witness this?
No, we're at the top of the cliff, right?
Not a cliff, but you're at the top of the
Right. Hill.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to be a cliff for personal flinging reasons.
for murder reasons. Yeah.
Judge, you don't have to say the M word.
For unalive.
Don't worry, I'm not the I'm the attached
Robot would never.
Can I use another M word, maiming?
Don't talk about my mane.
Maiming. No, so yeah, you guys are on the hill, basically overlooking this encampment that's by the wall. Nobody can specifically see people throwing up. But Robot has also prepared like a little camp around in the area of the ship.
When Robot pulls me through, I'll shake his hand as I'm holding on to it. Thank you, Robot. You have been a great help. I was wrong to try and stop you from leaving.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just happy you're here now. And that you didn't get hurt. Wait, which hand did you shake my hand with? No!
Oh, yeah.
No! Bastard.
You know,
Well, I guess it depends which one is out, right? I'm not gonna like need it. Or
Yes, you would.
Argus and go.
You could.
Is it a nice camp that you set up for us?
That better be.
describe.
Seraphine's running around. Oh, shoot.
You
I'm taking notes. Captain Kumbo shook Robot's hand. Hold on.
Sorry.
With the
Important notes. Important.
evil hand. This is very important notes.
It's evil now. We're organic to evil.
It's not just organic, it's the double organic.
Soon organics are all going to be evil.
They're double.
That's true.
It's time for the gears.
Okay. Anyway.
Wait,
So
really?
camp. I think
All automaton characters.
yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Aim the gear.
Yeah, Gears of War. No. So I think Robot, in order to appease Kumbo because he knows that he probably pissed him off for pushing for the airship to begin with. Probably would have tried to make camp as genuine to hoofing it in the outdoors as it could be without it being too rugged. So like he would set up tents and like a normal fire pit in the center, so probably like 2 tents at least minimum, if not like more. And probably try to find and carry over large logs for seating purposes. I don't know. Maybe he
There
put
are
out like
no vegetation around you at all. It's just roll hills and fields, snow, powdery snow.
Not cliffs.
oh, powdery snow. Then in that snow, he makes snow furniture. And there is fantastic snow furniture. And Rexford's chair is clearly more fancy than everyone else's chair. So
That
Was it like a fancy yurt?
it's just. And the fire pit has like a little. It's almost like a little mini igloo looking type thing, but obviously the top is open.
a little stove,
Yeah.
a little ice stove. Cool.
Yeah, time.
As Canadians, we know about that.
Absolutely.
That's how we make our food.
Oh, Brobot, you've outdone yourself. Is that a fancy chair? Oh, what a fire pit.
Well,
Tense.
someone ignored my phone or my passport calls for a few hours, so I had to pass the time.
Well, I might ignore your calls more if this is the results I could have got.
I dislike that statement. Do not do that.
Just a jest. In jest. Oh, put your feet up. Oh, yes, this is the way to camp. Oh, Kumbo! Permission to put my feet up.
Of course, you don't need permission for that. As if they weren't already lifting up to be put up before I asked. No mind. I think we should take these cadets for a little stroll to have them see what the competition is. Make it real in their minds that they can see that others are here to be pint against them.
And that life is always a competition, so might as well stay on your toes.
Good point. Any objections from the crew or the cadets?
Cadets are all kind of like, well, roll me an insight. As the captain.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can roll your.
Ooh. It's
Oh,
18 on the
terrible.
die.
I was almost in that 20. I got a 9 to help. Oh, wait.
21. 21.
Okay.
A 21. You can tell that Alberto still resigned to be. Baralka, Grimbold, and Welly look terrified.
Oh, shit. Terrifying.
Of what? Yeah, what are they terrified of?
Well,
Who got injured?
Around. Grimbold doesn't look terrified, but he does look like worried, and Baralka looks scared.
Which one got injured?
Really?
They're all healed.
Oh, they're all full? Fine.
Yeah, they're all full now. But
But
Welly
mentally not okay.
apart from Alberto, this is their first time scrapping for real.
So I guess I'll roll if you need me to see if Robot also gets that feeling.
Sure.
Okay. Robot probably does not 8.
No, they don't look. They look like newbies to you. They look like inexperienced to you.
Captain, permission to leave Dog Boy with me.
Just call him Dog Boy to his face.
Yes, look at him. He's a little pup.
Well, now that we have been acquainted for a little while, you cadets, you have a say here. You always do. as I've told you before, I have no qualms with this, but if you do not wish to be left with Rexford, you can say so.
And this is going to be who's talking. What are we here for?
You were not listening. I see.
We didn't just say Starfield, but if we're just gonna walk through that portal, why did we go walk out over the lake?
It's Peralka, right?
Mhm.
Peralka, imagine if you would, you were brought here in the lap of luxury, and you were sitting with your feet up, like Rexford here, for a
Yes.
day and a half, and we did some menial training around the area, but there's not much here to train with, and you all have such different styles. It would be hard to curate something that would be good for everyone here, and we are amongst other people. And then, for the first time that you encountered true danger out there, it was when you were trying to save someone's life. Do you not think you are better prepared now that you know what it feels like to face true danger than you would have been otherwise?
I suppose so.
It's okay for you to be scared. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing either.
I didn't think there would be danger. We're just recruits.
When Roan fell, recruit or not, everyone was in danger. I'm sure you know that.
But this is ridiculous. It's been 10 years. We are safe now.
We are not safe at all. And this is the wake-up call that you all needed. Sorry, Captain.
No. You speak truth. If we were safe, you would not have voluntary
Involuntary?
involuntary service in the way that we do, where every single citizen has to give their time to the military. I think that is a good sign that things, although they are safe now, it is not something that we can sit comfortably by and enjoy.
You can sit a little comfortably, Captain.
Little comfort.
Grimwald's just gonna pipe up. This is all just Archmage's propaganda. How do we even know that there's any danger still out there?
Look at Kumbo's face. His face didn't look like that. He used to look like this, and I have like a picture of how Kumbo used to look. As my suit.
Wow.
Yes, he used to be gorgeous.
And fates.
Yes, oh, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Yes, look at it, drink it in.
I can't look.
Put it back.
Thank you.
Carry on, Captain.
We were on a rescue mission when that happened. So we are never truly safe when we are in the military. Any call to action may result in death or injury or worse.
So much worse. Oh, God.
Welly goes, at least you've got a pretty flower arm.
That is your opinion. I
That used to be
appreciate
real
that. Look at Robot.
It's an arm that can be kept away from me.
We don't wish to scare you. We just want you to be alert and prepared. That is all.
So, Alberto's gonna look around. Where do you think they're hiding our friends? We gotta snatch them out, or we're gonna be in a battle royale with all these other fellers down there? What's going on?
Yes, what exactly are the rules of this engagement, Captain Kumbo? I know we are first to find this Starfield or whatever, Uh, but what if we took the other groups out?
Honestly, I don't believe they mentioned what we would be doing in terms of specifics why we are being put up against others. They mentioned that others would be doing the same as us, which is looking for our missing members, but I don't know if we were supposed to be working together as we would if we were in the military or against each other. So I would not jump to violence yet.
Knowing the captain, we're against each other.
Yes, that is true. Ura, has she done anything like this before? Giving everyone a common goal, but making them compete against each other.
Just all the time.
Well,
It's- yeah.
Definitely used to do it with you and your brothers.
Yeah.
Was it always the first 2 wins?
I mean, look, that's more kind of family versus military, and it's like bragging rights for the first one. I don't know if this is going to be any different, really, because again, it is a training exercise. Don't think they're like the first is going to get anything in particular, but it's definitely going to look good if you are the first.
Yes. I think we should listen closer to her words. She may value helping other groups. As I said, if we are to think that we are working as a whole group of the military, split up into squads, we would not want to get in the way of another group in a way that would make us look dishonorable, if that is the case. But if we are truly supposed to be up against one another, then we may want to size up the competition.
The instructions did mention competition, but I don't know how far that word goes.
well, whether it's a big competition or a small competition, I always intend to win. And win we shall. I may look like I'm lounging, but I'm formulating a perfectly crafted plan. Ah, yes. Yes. Perfectly crafted.
I don't know why, but I believe you.
You should.
Well, safe to say, I don't think taking out the competition before it begins would be wise in this training exercise setting. We all are training perhaps future squadrons, so taking them out right away might look bad.
Merely a joke, Captain. I would never. I don't fight.
Right. I could rub my shoulder. So what's the daytime situation right now? Because I know we took a short rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like early evening, I would say. It was like 1 when you guys were kind of like, maybe like 1, 2 p.m. when you guys got into the attack, and then you had a few hours of chilling, and then teleported. So we'll say it's about 5 p.m. So it's becoming the first night.
So, suss out the others and then take a nice rest and get ready early in the morning?
There are cook fires now kind of dotting all the encampments as people are preparing their meals.
I'd like to point out that even though we are in competition with the others, we are still friends. We're all the militia.
Exactly.
Don't piss them off while you go and spy or whatever. We can bring everyone food. We can make food and go and make friends.
Huh.
It would be nice to be the one who doesn't cook for a change. Sure.
Robot, do we have the means and the ingredients to make such a feast?
I mean, I don't think he's trying to make a feast for every single person, but just like, hey, like I made a bunch of this. Would you like to try some? Question mark. Let me see what I got in my bag.
Back in old Roan, the boys would go out and hand out, cool lounge cookies, door to door. It was magnificent.
That's crazy. I happen to have no.
Door to door.
Or cool out salesman.
You were always out of the type that we liked.
Always, but that just means they're a hot item.
Yes, you should be ordering more the next time.
The boys wanted to cook variety. I told them to stick to one. You can't bog them down.
As you think of the boys, you think of what you lost.
Oh. Like I'm picking at my scar, but really I'm hiding the tear that's being shed. They were so resourceful.
Yeah, Robot didn't bring any food, but is there food on the airship? Maybe.
Yes, Robot, check the ship. There's food on. Yes.
There's like fried rations basically on the ship. You add water and they become kind of like meals.
MREs.
Damn.
I messaged wrong. I'm sorry. No context.
No reply.
I'm trying to sure what to do.
Oh, fuck. Heinz, you cold-hearted bastard, I love you.
Kinds.
I don't think we need food to show kindness, although it was a great idea.
What's better than showing kindness than receiving kindness?
Go down.
I'm getting kind of hungry. You know what? Let's go down. Let's mingle. Let's eat. I'm starving.
Literally. Literally.
Hey,
Excellent. Recruits?
All right.
Really? Hmm?
Well,
The gang?
no, not the recruits. Only you, Rex. But I would not
Only
have
me. Oh,
the
yeah,
entire
that's-
camp
Why do you know what?
begging for food from
Recruits, this is an exercise in what's the word I'm looking for? Spontaneity, improvisation. That's it, recruits. Sometimes you need to think on your feet. Sometimes filling your stomach is also gathering information. Sometimes relaxing is also gathering your energy. Ah, yes, yes. Would you like to join, Robot?
Of course. I mean, I've been sitting here for hours. I could go for a quick gear stretch.
Lovely jubbly. I give you like a cup of hot oil. You know I have your specialty.
Like, you're the best, Roxford. You're the best.
Yes. Oh, yes. Dog boy? Want to join?
sure, cat man.
Oh, excellent. You still have your spunk.
I'll go with you. Alberto says, "Yeah, I'm going to go."
Oh, now we have a crew.
Veralka says, "You know what? I'll take a walk as well. If I'm going to be facing up against these folks, I should know what I'm up against." Welly looks to you, Kumbo, and goes, "I think I'd just rather stay here."
Oh. Sure. You know what, Wally? Why don't I stay with you for a moment? Meet back with the rest.
Before Robot leaves, he'll bring Seraphine over to Welly and be like, take good care of her. She's been trying to run off. And just...
She kind of looks scared at the cat for a minute.
I thought she liked the cat. She's a druid.
Yeah, but for a second she's scared of it.
Oh, damn.
Kind of take her hand out and start petting it again.
Quite a of a skittery droid.
Mm-hmm.
She's been through a lot. Ura,
So I'm gonna stay back.
Okay,
are you
So-
joining?
going in.
Well, I think somebody should at least report to the to the commander that we've arrived.
Excellent. Responsible as always. All right, Captain. So we're back.
Just
Gotta slide down the hill with grace.
They all begin sliding down the hill. Except for you and Welly. Kind of sit far from the fire, but like looking at it.
far from the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't like. She doesn't need to be like she's cold. She's like the water
Mm-hmm. It
mutation.
won't turn to ice.
She won't turn to ice.
Oh shit. That'd be sick.
No state changes here.
But she doesn't want to be too close to the fire because it will dry her out a little bit.
I will just. I'll take some time to just inspect the cap, make sure it is up to check. But I am sure that Brobot has made
Damn.
sufficient.
Yeah. Anything wrong with the camp?
Little dust
There's-
finger.
In the ground, placed along like angles that I think people might approach. There's like little tripwires like ready to be set for at night and stuff like that. Like little warnings and stuff like that. And there is like kind of like on the ship there was basically like fire starter like logs that are pre-made logs, that manufactured logs that like burn really well. So there's like those are all out, and that's what was used to light the fire, things like that.
Fire starter is sick.
Mental note: Brobot makes a mean camp. And then I'll approach Welly, sit near her.
I'm so needy. Of course, Robot makes a good.
And I'll try and like just suss out what's up. There.
Sorry, I'm acting this way.
Is everything all right?
I want to protect my family and Roan. I don't know if I'm meant for this. I almost died. And it happened so fast.
Yes.
Literally 12 seconds. And I was almost torn apart.
It is true. Things move fast on the battlefield. May I ask how you wish to protect your family? Since that thought came from you, is it molded into anything?
Well, I knew one day I would have to join. So I figured I'd just volunteer and learn. But I don't know that I was ready for this.
Well, hopefully you have a much simpler job. Perhaps I can put in a good word for you if that is something that I can do. But it is still important. Like I said to the others, when Roan fell, it didn't matter who you were, what you did before. You were in danger. So I believe they put everyone through this so that if this ever happens again, they do not have a small squad here and there of people who are able to help defend themselves and others, but every citizen will be able to help in some way. So we're not asking you to face a stalker by yourself or 5 at once or anything like that. Just to understand what it means to face danger, and to be ready to respond to it. Which you have already done, might I say. You could have frozen up and not moved. I have seen that before. You could have cowered, you could have ran for the hills, but even though that was your wish, I believe, which is normal, you did not. You stayed with us, even in injury. That was the most impressive thing that I saw out there.
And you saved me.
I did what any captain should do. And this is why you must listen. If you are in a squad and you do have a captain, you must make sure to listen.
I will.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, if you are good to be here alone, I would like to join the rest, but I
No,
understand.
I'll come with you.
Good. I assume I could just leave the fire going.
Okay. There's nothing that would burn around. It's all snow.
Just come back.
It's far enough away.
Put all the fire starter on it.
I'll just keep this here to be safe.
Yeah.
Put some gas on it
I'll just keep the propane tank right next to it.
to keep it warm,
Actually, I'll make a line.
I've got some.
leading to the ship.
And I'll just toss the fuel while I'm at. Oops, little there. Oops.
Yeah, we'll
I
rush
can't-
off.
Can't do that.
You don't have a wheelbarrow to smother the fire.
A wheelbarrow to smother the ship. Enlarge, cast enlarge on the wheelbarrow. You guys, and you're able to catch up with the rest of them. Kind of like they're meandering about. But I guess they'll enter a little bit before you. It's like a little encampment of people. You see recruits in their uniforms, recruit uniforms, huddled by fires. Sometimes they're joined by people in varying, like armor and with varying weapons, but with similar rank, official rank as you guys. Always squads of 5. Well, but in this case, squads of 4. Because you know, like you, that everybody's healer has gone to this. Well, they've been taken away. Supposed to be for training, but it seems now that was a clever ruse, in fact. And so there's 8 different kind of like camps right now of 10 people, some of which are visible, some of them are in their tents and you can't necessarily make them out right now. And then there's also the larger tent where Vodos and Theo are. I know Ura was interested in going there.
Which camp other than Theo and Vodos's looks the most impressive?
That is a camp that's actually like just to the right of Vodos's camp. It's got this kind of like large tent. It's like red, and there's only one person outside of it.
Do I recognize them?
You do not.
What about the colors of the tent? Do they signify anything that's familiar in the city?
No.
No. Oh, new player.
You can roll history.
Oh, yes. D20, what do you got for me? Oh, 11.
The colors don't reveal anything particular about this person to you, or this squad to you. There's one person. They are a red. They're a red humanoid with like a lizard mutation, basically a dragonborn, and they're standing outside.
Billy Brobot, you see that camp over there, next to the main one?
Yes.
Impressive, isn't it?
You find that more impressive than what I did?
No, of course not. You made the greatest camp there could be, ever is, and ever would be. But they seem to stand out other than the rest. Maybe we start there.
And then we go there first. And maybe I portal the things. I mean, we inquire as to how they did what they did.
Sometimes we share a brain cell. Yes, I would have loved to put
Yeah.
something right with that camp. But we can't. We've turned it and leave. Maybe let's teleport in front of it. A little show. Actually, no, we don't want the recruits throwing up.
And it's not that far, is it?
No, it's just over
That'll
there.
be fine.
Let's do it.
Okay. This is all you, Expert. They're gonna want to hear you.
No. You're far more impressive than I'll ever be. Right. Yeah. Through on. Recruits. We're going to that camp over there. We're going to see what they're about. Mind yourselves. Don't say anything too crass, but also don't let them disrespect you. Looking at you, dog boy. Nothing too crazy.
Oh, all right. I'm not gonna do anything.
Please. All right, through the portal. And we, like, portal right in front of them.
The dragonborn looks at you, kind of like spits fire out of his mouth for a second.
Oh, hurrah! Hello to you too.
What do you want?
Hold out my hand. Rexford Lipton, I'm here to see your captain.
What do you want with her? She's inside. She's dealing with the recruits right now.
Papale, I have recruits. You have recruits. Me and my associate, Brobot here, would just like to see the local garrisons who are in this friendly shindig.
Robot will salute when he is introduced with the, you know,
That's
thumbs up.
You have like a little like light show. Do it.
Bloodtroth kind of looks at you slyly and gives a thumbs up back. You wouldn't happen to be trying to gain information on your rival squads, would you?
Information, I have no need for the thing. Information. This guy, like a robot, this guy thinks we're coming to him for information.
Robot will chuckle and say, obviously, this is a test to see how well you interact with your dear militia. Who is this guy's name? Did he give his name already?
He has. No, he hasn't.
He hasn't given his name yet? Yes. So yeah, Robot's like, if you are so blinded by the ire of competition to see that we are all friendly militia and only want to broaden our horizons of friendship, that is your blindness and not mine. I am Robot. And I am here to make friends.
Well said, Robot. Well said.
You do know this competition, right?
Of course.
Robot.
Right, it's training.
But who said competition can't be friendly?
The weakness the captain was talking about.
Of course. But I'm here to show that this weakness has strengths on the side of it. Now, to your captain.
Security is a weakness, sir.
Kind of
Where
like
is your captain?
Robot, that is right. Insecurity is a weakness. Whoa, you're on a roll. Two in
Thank you.
one day.
I'm actually on a hill, but thank you.
Oh, another. Oh my goodness.
Let's go, robot.
let's go.
So you got sorry, Robot. You can't crack me up in front of this grunt. I'm supposed to be poised, but you're cracking wise. You're doing your thing. You're making this fun. I love it. Didn't expect it to be so fun. Oh.
Beautiful. As you're going through this, the tent flap opens, and out comes a armored minotaur.
Oh, Gomorian.
She goes, Altroth, what's wrong?
Yes, Altroth, what's wrong?
Parsley, these
Altroth. Thank you
spies.
for giving us his name. He did not introduce himself. That's quite rude.
My name is Altroth Furoth.
I like push him. I like grab him by the face and like push him out of the way. Miss Parsley, stunning as always. And I like drop down to a knee.
You push him
Beautiful.
away, and he, as you like grab his face, he is going to attempt to breathe fire at you.
Oh, lovely.
Can I portal him away?
I like shove him through the portal.
roll me an initiative.
I was gonna say roll initiative. This is perfect. We're on the same fucking wavelength.
Let's roll initiative. He's gonna roll as
All
well.
right.
Wow.
Let me roll for initiative. Right, meow.
Wow.
18.
Okay, he rolled a natural 1.
Let's fucking go! Altroth, suck my robotic ass!
As soon as I palm his face and push him, the portal's already open.
Yeah, he begins to breathe fire. So what I'm gonna say, you get to portal him. Shadim, you're gonna take half damage.
That's fine.
Actually, well, he still needs to roll to hit, I believe. So give me a second. So you are gonna be able to portal him away. No, you need to make a dex save. So what I'm gonna say is, roll with advantage, please.
Oh, with the advantage.
If you
So that's a 16 or a 6. We're going with the 16.
16, let's go.
absolutely. So that is going to save. So you're gonna take half damage. And that is. So 8 damage. You're going to take 8 fire damage. But he is going to be teleported away, so a portal opens up at his feet. He falls through it into the ground. And then you are going to portal him, I guess, 60 feet elsewhere? Or where are you going to portal him to?
Just away. I mean, he could be on the other end of the camp. He could be at another camp. I don't want to interrupt someone else's camp. How large is their campsite?
All the campsites here are kind of like clustered together, so you can kind of like shoot kind of beyond another camp, so he has to like.
This is going to be a really random and terrible sounding question, but is there like, can I tell if there is a place where they dug
Latrines?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception really quick.
Oh my god, that's have my back as always.
15?
A 15. There are no evident latrines, but you think with a 15, you think to yourself, there's probably a magical means that they use of disposing waste within these camps. Similar to the one that's on your ship.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, I would like to portal him to wherever would be the most embarrassing and far away.
Okay, yeah, you just kind of like, yeah, you're able to portal him.
Embarrassingly far.
Embarrassing or dangerous?
No, embarrassing, just embarrassing. We're trying to make friends still.
Yeah. So you just portal him kind of like beyond the encampment's walls, so he has to like kind of like hoof it back.
Do we see like the rest of the cone of fire where he's teleported like upward?
What do you mean upward?
So, well, like he's breathing fire, right? I imagine he's falling back because I pushed him. So, like,
Right.
whenever he lands, there'd be like the rest of his.
Yeah, you do see you see, if you're not looking because it probably is ported like somewhere behind you, but if you were looking, you would see a burst of like from beyond the encampment, basically. Probably other people are at their encampment and they just see him like appear there, and just fall on his back.
Yeah, I think like and two as I push him over, I take the damage. I'm gonna lay on hands myself to heal the damage, but it kind of just looks like a flourish as I drop to a knee and my hand glows like, oh, lady, parsley. Oh, a pleasure as always.
Do I know you? What did you do with my squad mate?
Well, he seemed to have misplaced himself.
As she says this, she is going to draw a 6-shooter, a revolver. It's a large one. As she pulls it out, it goes. Zzz.
I don't even look up. I'm still like down on one knee. I'm like, I am a good friend of your husband's. He told me of your grace and beauty.
My husband?
Oh, wait, are you the daughter? Oh.
The daughter! It's the daughter!
I'm Sonny Parsley.
Oh, I've heard of your prowess as well. Your father speaks highly of you. I forgot, touchy subject. I'm sorry about your mother. Right.
Who are you?
And I get up, stand fully tall, am Rexford Lipton. This is my associate Brobot, and this is Ura. I don't actually, did Ura come with us? No,
No, Ura went
towards the camp, towards the commander's tent.
And these are our cadets. And I came here just for a friendly parley to see the other.
As this is happening, Kumbo, you're going to be walking back into camp. Are you going to be coming towards the Vodos's camp, or are you going towards? You can see because this is right by Vodos's camp, so you can see where your other people are kind of like crowded outside this red tent.
I think I'll just point Welly to them.
Yeah.
And then
Would you have seen the whole thing too? Like, you push that dude into the portal and him like.
You would have seen him like fall out of a portal. Yeah, basically. with a burst of flame.
Oh, then perhaps not. If I know Ura is not there, someone's got to be there. So I'll go.
Yeah, we can. Okay, so you head there with Welly, and yeah.
Yes, yeah, I know your father. They were very close. I've known him in Old Road, and he speaks very highly of you. We've came here to speak to the other squads.
She eyes you all, her gaze lingering on Brobot.
This
He's
is
gonna wave.
She smiles, and she says, "Yes, my father's told me of you. You may enter the tent."
You hear that, Brobot? We may enter the tent. Lovely jubbly. Cadets? Come on.
Can Robot awkwardly signify with physical body language that he would like to hug her?
How?
I basically just open his arms, like, thank you, and like, your father really wanted to touch me, but I was told not to let him do so.
She's never said anything about the daughter.
Because sure, and then she hugs you.
Robot makes hug friend.
Yes, your father's grubby. Loves tech far too much to be near my dear friend.
Yes, he does love his toys.
I would like to clarify that you're, I don't know what his rank was, but Altroth? I still find him rude.
Your grunts. Yes. She means to speak of your
enter
grunts.
the tent.
You can see he's running. He's like running back into the encampment from.
You really do need a better doorman.
He goes, "Yes, Altroth Furoth, he has quite the little temper on him.
Sorry.
Yeah, so, well, one day he might run into something with a little bit more claws. Now,
Man, Rexford, oh no.
Fairly controlled beast at times, but pointed in the right direction and given the right instruction, he can do quite some damage.
well, Captain, what happens when he looks in the wrong direction?
Enter the tent. Enter the tent.
Goes,
Walk in.
yeah, she'll walk in with you, and yeah, you can follow Robot. Actually, she'll usher you in, Robot, and then walk in before anybody else does.
Keeping my eye on her.
Albert goes in. Peralta goes in. Grimbold and Welly. Grimbold kind of looks at Welly and is like, "Hey, are you all right?" She kind of like looks shy. She's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then they kind of like both look at you, Kumbo. Like, what are you doing, Captain?
I believe another tent might we can visit ourselves. You have known Rexford long enough, I think, to understand why.
You want to leave them alone in there?
I don't see why not. They're amongst fellow militias. We can simply visit the next tent over.
Okay.
Is Alcatraz
Albert?
Altrafaroth
Oh, man.
The grunt.
the grunt.
Yeah.
Do I like recognize him at all in the last 10 years?
Gruntle Stiltskin?
Wait, what?
You mean Albert?
Yeah, like that's Vanu's brother, I'm guessing, right?
I don't know. Are you?
That's what I heard. So that's what I think.
You heard the right name.
I heard Faroth, yeah.
You heard the right. Sonny Parsley said Altroth Furoth. You've never heard of another Furoth being in the city. You've never seen one in the militia, but you've never seen a lot of these people that are here.
True, but I'm pretty sure Peter said like he would have told us like some of his backstory, and it was very much around his family.
So yes,
I'm curious.
that you would have heard if Kumbo cared enough to pay attention.
I clearly didn't.
I'll keep that in mind for later. The fact that
Ends up watching this little for him.
We sauced on your brother, dude.
I'll give him the quick once over, see if there's any like is a chunk of his ass missing or something.
Altroth?
Yeah.
No, he walks back and he kind of like looks at you guys and like blows smoke out of his nose and then just heads back into the tent. But he looks fine, no worse for wear.
Does he look like stocky, or is he also like
Spindly.
He's tall and thick.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's armored up. He's got like chainmail. He's got a like this big old club that he holds one handed, and yeah, it's actually not chainmail. Sorry, he has bark mail. If you remember, somebody else we know and played with had bark mail. Somebody in this very campaign.
Interesting. Okay. Yes, let us go to, and I'll just look at whatever tent is around that is not clearly from one of the upper echelon.
There's another tent like across the way. You see 4 individuals kind of like milling about outside the tent. One of them is sharpening a blade. Another one is fletching arrows, and the other 2 are just kind of like sitting with them around the fire.
Me, on the other hand, I'm just gonna make polite introductions and ask polite questions, and then hopefully meet back up with them when they're done whatever shenaniganry they're up to in there.
You're just kind of like going around to the people who are out. You're just like, hello, I'm Captain Adetio Kumbo. It'll be an honor to potentially like face you. And most people are pretty cordial. Some people are cold and like don't really want to engage.
Mhm.
And you can tell like some of these guys who are milling about. They're also like recruits. They're like they've never done this before. They're a lot like Welly and Grimbold. They're like new. But you do meet one recruit. He's like, yeah, I used to be a linesman in Roan, but I retired. Then came here during the fall, and now fucking shoved me back in the goddamn militia like I haven't already served.
Can I ask what you did in between your times of service?
I gambled a lot, if I'm being honest with you.
That is fair.
But didn't do much. Kind of. Linesman did well back in Old Roan.
I remember. Well, I'm sure your expertise and your experience would be of great use to not only the ones that you work with now, but those who work with them later. So it is a pleasure and an honor to meet you.
Like nods. And yeah, you'll meet like other people like that. Some people will not really want to talk to you, and they'll politely just ask you like to move along.
All right, yeah.
And other people ask you like, hey, share their fire, have a bite, what have you.
But I'll make sure to include the other two as well, so they maybe can feel a little more confident and comfortable.
This is Grimble and Welly, they're new recruits, blah, 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 blah. As this is happening, Ura. Ura here? Or did Ura just...
Am I here?
Oh, there you are. You are walking into the command pavilion.
Yep. So, I guess if no one stops me, I'm just gonna walk on in. When I get to the flap, is there a post or something I can knock on, or?
Nope. Not that you can see from out here.
Okay. Then I'm gonna call out and ask permission to enter.
Come on in.
Who tells me to come in?
It's clearly Vodos's voice.
Okay. Walk in. Take stock of who's there. Give a salute.
This is a large tent that you're entering. When you walk in, it seems to be made it's hoisted entirely with magic. There are no wooden supports. It's just a fabric held aloft. In the center, there's a large, round wooden table. Sitting at it is Vodos. Alone.
All right.
Stuff and desks kind of around the area and a couple beds as well around this tent. But she's just sitting at this circular table. It fits 10. And she's
All right.
You've made it. Finally.
Yes. We were giving the recruits a bit of experience with marching and outdoor survival and combat.
Yes! That's the fire. The fire I've needed. Everybody else, they took their ships and they took their creatures but not you guys. You and Kumbo's team decided to walk. Very wise. Good way to test the recruits, and you still sent a scout ahead to... It's very good thinking. You've impressed me, Ura.
I'll be sure to let Robot know he was a little worried. We had disappointed you.
Not at all. And here you are, ahead of schedule.
Right. The rest are
Do
going
your...
around and meeting the rest of the squads. But Captain wanted to make sure that you were aware that we had arrived.
Good. And how is your captain? And your other squad? Tell me. What have you learned?
Well, we have one with experience. He doesn't like to discuss it, but it's there. The others are greener, but they have potential. They just need a bit more experience and, well, a bit more steel, I suppose. They're a little nervous with encounters and don't quite believe in their own potential.
Of course. They've lived behind this... And she, looks behind the tent. Almost looks through it at the blizzard wall beyond. Lived wrapped in this dome. 10 years we've had peace.
It's a comforting illusion that they wish to hold on to. But
No longer. We're growing weak and allowing the power outside of this wall to grow, to fester, and to run rampant throughout the world. And what do? Well, it prepares and grows.
we do what we can.
And what have you been doing? What orders have I given you over these last decade of service, Ura?
To get better, to learn what we can and grow as a team.
Routine searches of the hills for years, for
That too.
goblins that not goblins, for ghouls that until now were not an issue. Until I forced you to look deeper. Other than that, you were just doing patrols, patrolling here, patrolling there, walking the streets. Nothing. Wasting time and talent. It's sticking to me. I've come to find that true warriors are only built in the fire. Just as you and your friends were. We must force these connections to be made.
If I may, we did have a little bit of experience through the fall of Roan that, well, we were forged through hardship that these new mentees were not. They did not have that experience. They did not have that.
Exactly. I've watched you grow. I've done the same throughout my brigade. I've cultivated people who've experienced things together.
But maybe they can still grow without that jarring shock.
But will it be enough time? They won't listen to me, but I
Are
think
you
coming. Ura.
you're expecting something?
Not now, but soon. Whatever it was that took out Roan, whatever agents Mal was using, they didn't go anywhere, Ura. And we have to stop pretending that we lost. I'm sick of hiding. 10 years under Kringla. Years in purgatory.
10 years to prepare. 10 years we wouldn't have had otherwise.
You're so hopeful, Ura. And so am I. Because I believe I found the way. Tomorrow, you and Kumbo will lead your recruits against another squad. Both squads will be trying to rescue their captive party members.
You did say it was a competition. How far do we take that competition?
I leave that in your hands. Leave that in the hands of every recruit. And you will all be judged accordingly.
Alright, so we are being watched. Alright.
I do offer a prize for the winning team.
So each of these teams... Okay, alright. Against the one team. Alright.
For the winning teams.
Mia's player didn't quite catch what went to the winning teams.
10,000 gold pieces.
Oh,
Yeah.
my pants got a little tight. Oh.
Not that we know about what this is yet, but we will be winning this game.
Rexford immediately just
He gets
feels the
a-
sense, just the back of his mind.
Someone say 10,000.
You heard.
So tomorrow morning, you're saying?
Oh, no, tomorrow evening, sorry. Just tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say.
Tomorrow evening is... Well, the other competitions will start earlier in the day, but you are set for the...
Right.
If you arrived later in the day, you might have missed some of the others.
Oh, they're going to be spectated.
Well, not exactly. But you'll be able to see who the winners are.
I mean, yes, it's fair. The first to get back. All right. I'm by your leave. I'm going to get back to my squad.
Absolutely, Ura. Remember, we are family. Family is the most important thing. The family you were born into and the family you make. You trust your friends? Your squad?
I do.
And so do I.
I salute.
Dismissed.
I can love that.
And we'll head back into... Where are you going to head from here? Seems. If you roll me a perception, we can see if you spot Kumbo making the rounds.
Okay. 18 on the die.
Yeah.
22.
Say you spot Kumbo with Willie and Grimbold kind of making the rounds of the tents.
Okay. So I'll go link back up with them.
Sure. So you can. I'll say, Kumbo, you see him approaching.
Everyone stop. Where approaches?
I mean, you didn't have to stop. I could have caught up. Hello?
Anything good to report over? Oh, that's not
Well, the commanding officer was happy, proud of the decision we made.
good.
And she's happy you. I'm going to kind of turn towards Grimbold and Welly. Got the experience you did.
She was happy that I was almost ripped in half.
That part wasn't mentioned. It was more combat experience and marching survival.
Grimbold looks over at Welly and says, "Don't worry, I won't let that happen again."
That is good.
I'm going to raise my eyebrows towards Kumbo.
It is good to want to have her back. Whether or not you'll be able to stop it is another question.
I will.
Oh.
Then see you do so.
Looks at her again and says, "Nothing's going to stop me. Not even Captain here."
Interesting that your mind went there.
Well, you'll have a chance to prove it tomorrow. We're going to be in direct competition with another squad to rescue our captive companions.
I see. Only one other squad.
That's what was mentioned. There's multiple different time slots, and ours happen to be tomorrow evening.
I'm gonna think back all these little conversations. Did anybody say anything like excited about tomorrow night? Anything like that? Can't believe we have until the evening. Like any.
Nobody else seems to know
Okay.
any details. Like you're like, "Hey, like, so do you know anything more about what's going on?" People would come to you and ask you that. "Hey, have you heard about what the mission might be?" People are like, "No." You noticed that while you've been doing the rounds, like, people, like the mentors, are giving weapons and armor and like helping their new recruits to attune to them to give them the edge and things like that.
Oh, that's a good thing to note. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll tell her that. I think we did well to see what they have, so we know what we're dealing with. But some of these other folks are being armed with magical items, taking the time to attune to them tonight, so they will be ready to use them tomorrow. I don't know if we have such luxuries beyond the. Did we give out the rings? I think we
Actually,
talked about.
Robot, like,
I have all of them.
I have one. I think Venu took the other.
Benny
the
took one,
silver
yeah.
Silver
I
one.
have like
has
all of them.
Robot has two, no?
I
I think I'm
so.
using one.
Okay.
I have the orange. Venu has the silver, and Robot has the others.
The red and the blue.
Yeah.
Is wearing the blue ring of
red and
power.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah, so the red
The-
still up for grabs. Robot's also wearing the armor, the
all of the armor, yeah. The beholding armor.
which is insane. I it's like, it is kind of like included in your equipment now.
I hope I put it in. I
So
put it in.
wait, you're half organic.
Because you're wearing
What?
a living armor.
You're
It's true.
Oh.
I don't think
How
I've
would
ever
you say this?
heard what it looks like to you.
I don't know what it looks like. I just put it on.
So you know what a
Mistake.
beholder looks like?
Yeah, it's a little floating
Yeah.
blobby boy with many eyes, right?
So,
Saki boy.
so the armor is made from each of its parts. The gloves are made from parts of its jaw, the large jaw. The boots and the greaves are made from its hide. Its cuirass, the cuirass of the armor, the chest piece and like the upper body piece, it's like looks like kind of like interlapped like lines of scales. Like all the armor is made with its hide as like the scales, right? So it's like these interlapped lines are on your chest and like upper body, and then when you activate the eye powers, they unfold to reveal the eye stalks, and then the helmet itself is like the blinking eye of the beholder. So it'll open when you want it to be open, but it can also close and just be a huge eye, and you can see through it when it's closed. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's all like everything, all the hide bits of it are like scaly and like brownish green.
Ruck must have looked so fucked up in that armor. That
Yeah.
was like thinking about it. Like,
That's terrifying.
ugh.
And like the boots make you fly and shit like that. So you're like flying. You've got all these like eye stalks like coming out of your chest and like one big eye as your head.
Now I know, I guess.
Now you know.
You look gorgeous.
But it does change slightly for the type of armor you're using. So we can discuss the exact look of it and how it looks as far as being integrated into your armor, because I know that's what you wanted.
I feel so weird about it being organic now.
Oops. You can think about it. You can always unattune to it. It's technically dead as well. It's like hide.
Dead organics.
You wouldn't wear leather?
Guess you would.
Not
I
much
don't know.
magical leather. Well, think on it while we go back to what Kumbo was
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
with Ura.
You know how I feel. Just because a weapon itself is powerful does not make its user worthy of wielding it. So I'm not too afraid, but it is something to note that they may have weapons and abilities imbued in them that we do not.
Look, we're forewarned, and so that already is something.
Yes.
But where did the others get to?
They met Parsley's daughter. Rexford was in one of his moods. I felt it wise for not all of us to stand about while he, you know how he gets. He gets caught up in the conversation. I did not want the night to be wasted away on all of us. This one here is just gaining her confidence, so I wanted her to mill about for a bit. I will try and not have her hear that.
Yeah, hushed tone.
But we can join them now that we are all together.
Well, have you made the rounds that you wished?
Have I pretty much?
Yeah, like it's getting to be evening, so people are like inside their thing, and they don't, not everybody wants all their business to be aired out.
Yeah.
You've spoken to the people who are out and about and are talked.
I believe we've had our fill. Although
You
who
could-
knows what Rexford has in store for us.
You think you can tell the friendly from the non?
Mm-hmm.
Are there squads that we recognize?
There are individuals, I would say, that you recognize.
Okay.
People that you would have seen in training camps and stuff like that. Others.
Oh, I'll tell you about Venu's potential brother. Just
Yeah.
like, interesting. I didn't know this. I thought if we had a relative here, we would have met them already.
Maybe he doesn't know that they're here.
I hope we can reunite them.
Oh, we have to bring Venu back. Is there anyone that we like having of the people that we do recognize? Is there someone that we should be like particularly wary of?
Yes, there is a lizard folk named Rakal.
A cow. Okay.
He is a rogue. You guys will know.
Ooh.
Captain of a squad. You didn't know that before, but he's captain of a squad. He has a particularly dangerous reputation. Being like, he was a criminal in Old Roan, and he was released during the fall.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like risen to power. He's a bully, basically. There's also like this elvish looking person, and her name is Cyril Zenfra, and she's a very skilled archer. And then there's another person who is like this goop person. They're a ooze-kin style person. They're known for wielding multiple weapons at once. You've heard about them from Old Roan. And then last but not least of the other notable mentions is a lutin. By the name of, they call him Junior Evergreen.
Ooh.
And he's the only other captain with a notable name. You've heard of him. He's kind of like a known kind of like antagonist of like the Luton movement, like of the Lutons who are in the movement. But he is a militia member. He has been so for a while.
Freaking bootlicker over here, I see.
So you got all those?
Yep. All right. Cool.
Yeah, those are the other.
Yeah, if they're out, just salute.
While you guys are doing that, what else is going on in the tent? Flashback inside the tent. As you're there with Madam Sunny Parsley. You're muted, right?
How does it look on the inside?
It's larger than it appeared on the outside. Lavishly furnished, like thick rugs all over the ground where there's snow would be. It's very warm, and there's like the kind of like a scent of spices and essential oils in the air.
Are there any large weapons out? Any artifacts?
You don't see any like necessarily artifacts. There are like weapons and racks of armor that are like spanning the exterior, and then there's people. There's like 9 other people in there, including Eltroth Furoth.
Knowing her father, she's probably equipped with few things that are special. I think as I'm walking through, and she's like ushering us somewhere, I guess to like a main table or something.
Yeah.
Can I just use like a divine sense? kind of as I'm walking to feel if there's any great good or evil coming from anything as I'm walking through. You know.
Yeah, you can cast that. You do sense malicious intent. Well, like how does this work exactly?
It's you detect good and evil, and you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of a celestial fiend or undead
Yeah.
within 60 feet.
I'll say you don't sense any celestial fiend or undead. You don't sense any of those spells, but you do sense kind of like malicious intent. You know, coming from the people, especially 4 of the people in here, including Sunny, Altroth, the other people who are introduced as Zenny Reeves, a small female gnome in armor. She speaks to you quietly. She's like, "Hello, yes, I'm Zenny Reeves." You can hardly hear her. And then Jenny Brax, who is a large orc.
I think anytime we pass someone that gives you that feeling, I'll kind of like put my hand on Brobot's shoulder every once in a while, and be like, "This place is lovely. Everybody here's
it's
truly capable."
The recruits inside. There's your recruits, but there's also 4 other recruits. The recruits that are mentees of Sunny's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to give like Brobot a little signal anytime I
Feel evil.
Yes, that intent, that malicious intent. Maybe like a signal we've worked out over the years. Just like a little tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, Rexford is uneasy on his feet, therefore he must, hang on sometimes.
But like, yes, this place is lovely. Everybody here seems quite capable, Sonny. Your father must be proud.
Yes, my father's proud of me and how I lead my team. But he has nothing to do with that. I'm trying to get out from under his shadow.
Well, it seems that you're casting a very different shadow. Wouldn't you say, Brobot?
Yes, entirely. I agree. I tend to like your shadow. You are not trying to dismantle me. Haha.
No. I wouldn't do that to you.
Insight check that shit. Yeah.
Roll insight.
Oh, God damn it. No more digital dice, 12.
You're unsure how she means by that. She doesn't laugh, though.
Better more tact than her father, of course. Oh, have you a meal? Sit. Talk.
You're the ones who came here looking for conversation.
Of course, and your father would have offered us a drink, a meal, and a comfortable place to sit at this point.
Rexford, when you look at me, do you see Brim's parsley?
Yes, I do, actually. Very much in you. I see someone savvy. I see someone who knows how to lead. I see someone trying to make a name for themselves and working at it. So I very much do see Brim's parsley.
Well, seems your eyesight isn't all bad, but I am not my father. And I don't know you.
Yes, so let's get to know each other. And I find a place to sit.
Oh, if you want to get to know me, that's fine. But you came here for questions. Don't tell me to talk. Ask questions.
No, I didn't come here for questions. I actually came here to sit. I did not know it was you. So it was a pleasant surprise.
Oh, of course. But you came here to see who was there, and that is the question in of itself. Is it not?
Well, when you've lived as long as I have, my dear, you tend to find yourself on the lavish side of life, and this tent is quite lavish. But having this conversation now, it seems that we might be pitted against each other. Robot, have you seen any other impressive camp here besides this one?
This is, aside from ours, of course, this is the most impressive camp.
course. So it's only natural that you would be pitted against us.
I would love to be pitted against you, Rexford.
Well, I hope you have better people than that grunt you had at the door. Oh, barely singed my hands. Ugh.
Oh, you want to go round two? Keep your friend out of the equation, or let me have one of mine.
Son, where were you when Roan fell?
He like kind of just like backs up and squints his eyes.
Yes. Now hush when grown folk are talking.
I was in the Grand Line.
Yes. Waiting to come into my home. Now, I won't tolerate this insubordination.
And you know what I won't tolerate?
Hmm?
You walking all over me like you're doing.
Can I
Because
portal him
it
again?
goes- Sorry?
You portal him out of there again.
Just portal
You-
him away.
Portal him, but you can't portal him out of the tent because it'll hit the wall of the tent.
Okay. Yeah, because we're too far inside. All right. Can I feign portal him? I will pop up one portal, just like on a wall wherever.
Okay.
And be like, earlier you were talking about how friends were weaknesses, yet you fear them. I suggest you stop arguing.
I will say, as you just shoot your portal, all four, Sunny, Altroth, Jenny, and Reeves, they all pull out their weapons and kind of like prepare, like, and are pointing them. Well, Sunny at least is pointing hers at you.
Robot's he's not gonna be fazed by that. He's just gonna be like, you should be well aware of my power and abilities.
I just pull out a teacup. No, we're supposed to be having a good time.
As I said before, I came to make friends.
Yes. Now, Sonny, what I offer you now, even as your trigger-happy grunts point weapons at us, is a little more competition.
Your little robo grunt over here.
Don't call robot a grunt. Respect.
And
I'm a
what's your-
private, thank you.
I've had enough of this conversation, I believe.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Well, I'm sure whatever god-awful winnings that the captain has put up, because I'm sure there will be something, I propose a little side bet, Sonny.
Oh? Go on. What's your proposition, Mr. Lipton?
Should we win, and this will be a sure spot, I want an unfettered favor from your father.
I don't have that kind of control over my father.
Oh, yes, you do, lass. Yes, you do. You know you do. And whatever you wish for me to fulfill on my end, we will.
Well, then if I win, you work for me, and all of your assets are mine.
All of my assets, but there aren't much if you want a hovel and
Well,
this beautiful lion man working for you, sure.
the Lipton, and all it entails will be mine.
Well, I don't own much, but should we lose? You are savvy, quite like your father. Tell you this. We'll both meet up at the start of the competition, think about other things that we want in addition, if there are, to sweeten the deal. And we'll shake on it right before.
No.
No, right now, huh?
Or no deal.
Well,
Because here's the truth.
mm-hmm.
The truth is that if we go into competition, you Villa Lipton might just go for sale. And then, well, I might call in that favor for myself. And I'll have what I want anyways.
If your father so wishes. All right, then I'll take this deal, but add on top that you must and your squad must work for us, should we?
Fine.
And should the lizard fall in the way of some unfettered accident, no griping.
That is an unreasonable request. Rescind it, and we have a deal.
Lovely jubbly. Put out my hand.
She puts out hers, spits in it, and clasps your hand.
I love making a deal with a parsley. Always feels good.
Doesn't feel good to me.
Why?
Now,
And I actually take a seat now. Now that we have all that business out of the way, could we talk like humans?
what more do you have to say, Lipton?
I guess nothing else. If you want to be this way, your father was a lot better.
So hostile.
I know. Just coming here for tea to talk.
Excited initially. I
She's-
truly was.
She sits down.
Truly.
Fine, fine. Perhaps I'm not being
Cordial?
neighborly.
No, neighborly, certainly not that. I jest. You've been perfectly adequate.
Zenny, bring out some wine. And maybe some of that salted pork.
Lovely. Albert, come, take a seat.
Yeah, everybody starts to sit down and kind of calm down finally.
Yeah.
As Sunny just has a change in heart.
This is lovely. See, everyone's relaxing.
Robot,
I'll message Kumbo and the others. I'll be like, things have died down if you'd like to come by.
say,
Yes.
Robot, why don't you sit here next to me?
I'm perfectly happy standing. Thank you.
Oh,
I've been
please,
sitting all day on top of the airship, you know, my gears.
I want to get to know you a little better. Please, come sit.
Robot will give like a quick glance to Rexford and I guess go sit down. But he will. There's no. How close are these chairs?
She's at a table. She's across from Rexford, so you'd be sitting like basically in between her and Rexford. She's at like right now. The tent
So
is to sit all around. People are kind of just like lounging and sitting.
yeah, he'll like sit perfectly straight and I don't know. Ensure that he's not leaning toward or away from her. It's just very neutral.
Well, she's gonna lean towards you and kind of like drape it on.
No.
I'm not really interested in your little kitty friend, but you, I would love to know what makes you tick. And she's gonna like kind of like tap at the side of your head.
She's going to he will immediately like very quickly grab her hand. Not like forcefully, but very quickly just grab it and then like place it away.
Oh,
Please. Yeah.
you don't want to play like your little friend, right?
Easy now. Oh, my goodness.
My inner workings are made of gears and electronics. I'm not sure if you are aware of what those are, but there's no ticking. I am not a clock. Though my passport does have a clock on it, which I guess technically is digital, but it does not tick.
It's so interesting. You know, I've met automatons, but never one quite like yours.
Robot's one of a kind.
She says quite like yours, and she looks at you, Rexford.
Robot is not my automaton. Robot is my dear friend.
Yes. Of course.
You see, I don't treat things like they're something to gain, like some people I know.
Oh, Rexford, come now. I've heard all the stories.
That was the old me. I've turned anew. And this bet that I'm taking,
People don't change, Rexford. You must know that.
well, this city is different. You know, we all come here for a change. We've all lost a lot. And we're building anew, and I think everyone deserves that chance. Sonny, you may not. Okay, you do know the dealings that we used to do back in the day, if your father has been quite on the up and up. But now we do these things for a different cause. And I think more than anything, I wanted to make sure that the other top player is here for a righteous reason.
I don't know what you're talking about, Rexford, but I do know that perhaps I would like to sweeten the deal.
No?
And she turns back to Brobot.
Spit it out. And careful now.
If I win, I want a night alone with this wonderful machine.
What is with your family and touching me? I don't understand.
I think my fangs start to bear involuntarily. You say too much, Sonny. Daughter or not of a great friend. What you're doing is a great offense.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, I'm so sorry.
I'm like holding back like the twinge in my neck.
I must have forgotten myself.
Can I insight check this as a robot?
Yeah.
What's the difference between checking this as a robot or not?
As a human, I feel like she's obviously nefariously trying to do something, but I feel like Brobot's gonna be like, stop coming on to me. You know what I mean?
Stop trying to look at my gears.
You're trying to check my gears out. I don't understand.
You don't need to do an insight. That's all you need to know right there. You've answered your own question. That's what Brobot.
Okay.
That's what Brobot thinks.
As flattering as it is, ma'am, I really don't understand the fascination of... Is there something about your family that you need to talk about? Because your father was very similar, and I understand that everyone has their preferences, but mine are within myself, and I will keep them that way.
I think, yeah, after that, I'll just, like, get up abruptly and take the meat. Take a big plate of the meat, take a bottle of wine. It'd be like, this was lovely. And our original deal does stand.
Leaving so soon, Rexford.
Mind you to mind your temper. I'll see you all on the battlefield, and no griping when you work for me.
They all kind of like look around and they scoff.
And this was indeed truly lovely. This meat, amazing. This wine, decadent.
Get on with it, Rexford. If you're going to leave, then leave.
Oh. All right, then. I take another bottle of wine.
She just kind
So neighborly, and just leave.
of grabs your arm, Robot, as you go to leave. She says, "You will be mine." Smiles, and then lets you go.
Okay, wait. Can you please give me the exact environment we're in right now?
You are in a steamy tent. That
Right,
has-
but we're walking out. We're not at the flap. We're not at the flap of, like...
She does
Exiting?
as you get up to leave the table, basically.
Oh, okay. So it's still very inner. Okay. And damn. So she could do that, and once she lets go, Robot will just look at her and be like, "There's no name on my person. I do not belong to anyone. Even if we were to work together, I would rather not." And he's just gonna walk straight out as quickly as he can. If anyone's in the way, he will portal past them or barrel through them.
You just portal past everybody to the front.
Yeah.
Flap, hold the flap open for Rexford and the others as they walk through.
I think but before I go, I'll tap my watch, and then take out a piece of paper and write something down. And as I'm leaving, hand it to the grunt, the lizard boy.
Altroth, yeah.
Yes. What I did was cast illusionary script, so only he can see it on this little note.
As you walk away,
Yeah, give it to him, and I walk out.
what does it say?
It says you're a bitch.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
And walk out.
Beautiful. So you walk out, you'll be able to meet up with Ura and Bo, and
Nice. That was good.
we'll end the session there. You can all get the you know what? I'll say I loved every second of it. So 2,000 XP at the end of this session for y'all. For one role play and kind of like good lore, figuring it out, and I liked it.
Thanks.
So close to that level up. Ugh.
Oh, wait. Manage experience. I fucked that up.
And yeah, thank you for playing. Stars wishes. Anything unclear that you need cleared up?
I can't wait to have a whole goddamn crew working under us. Let's fucking go.
I'm personally terrified, but I did want to be. Maybe I'll write it in the notes for next time, or maybe I'll just message you right now. I'm gonna message you right now, and then I want to hear / see your response. Give me a moment. Let me just get you on the.
Oh man,
They're all fucked in the middle of the night. You're done.
You're gonna go after them while they sleep before?
Who knows? I'm very sneaky.
You are very sneaky.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, isn't that hilarious?
Scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
That's right. Logical. It's logical. Yeah.
It's already how we operate. It's perfect.
More.
Oh yeah. That's why I wanted to say that, but I was like, no, I can't. I can't let the universe know my plans.
Yeah. It's like that soccer player, you know, the one who got divorced and he left all of his money in his mother's name.
Yeah. He lost nothing.
I got nothing. It's all mama's.
I want to thank that are watching for watching. You can find us here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7:30 to 10. For more champs on Thursdays, and for chittering and for progenitors on Tuesdays. Who is it next week? Are we taking a day off on the Tuesday, or is it chittering? What's happening?
To be decided, I believe.
Yeah. TBD, but next Thursday you could 100% expect champs to be perhaps with a perhaps with Venue rejoining the crew. So yeah, you can also find us on all the social medias. It's late, so with that, we're Hexa bye. We're Hexa bye.
Bye.
We're Hexagon. You're trash.
You're correct.
Trash.